Streaming News and Sports Network, SNSN. My name is Mike Bonarski. We are just about ready to start some football between Griswold and Plainfield. It's the annual Thanksgiving Day game. There's always implications to this game, no matter what, between the two teams. Somebody's got something to lose, and somebody's got something to gain. Ray Churchill is going to be joining me momentarily. He's out on the field right now, of course, going to be conducting the choir because, of course, that's what Ray does. And he's going to come up and he's going to give us play-by-play on sports as well. But the Wolverines are just taking the field right now, getting ready to go before the pregame festivities. And in the booth with me right now, someone that I've been, every time I say, come on in and join me for a couple of minutes, he says, okay, a couple of minutes, and then he leaves for a couple of minutes, and then he's gone, and nobody knows where he went. It's Athletic Director Steve Cravino. How you doing, Steve?
Good. Good morning, everybody.
Maybe if I turn your microphone up, how's that? There you go.
Sounds good.
Sound better now?
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
So, give us an idea of, let me ask you the question, right out, and I already heard this morning. I didn't like this news, but maybe you can give us some insight to it. Griswold, no matter what happens today, is out of state playoff contention.
Yeah, from what I understand, after talking to one of the reporters here, I think that's the case. I'm not really talking about it. We're concentrating on winning this game today.
Right.
It's not a bad thing to pay, to play for some pride. So.
Well, how many years have Griswold had the cup now?
Geez. I mean, we lost it once since I've been here, so.
That was a couple of years ago. We got it right back.
Probably like 16 or 17 out of 18.
So we've done very well. So what do you think, Steve, the keys of the game for Griswold? I mean, we've got, of course, Andrew Koziel, who has returned. He returned last week with a vengeance, 200-plus yards, from the air. And
I think the conditions, the field looks a little soupy. I walked across it a couple times, so, keeping the turnovers down and, throwing the ball might be a little difficult with the wind. But, we just got to execute and do what we do best.
All right. What about Plainfield? What do you know about Plainfield coming into this game?
Well, they're 8-1, so they're a good team.
They're under a lot of scrutiny because of maybe there's been a lot of talk about how light the schedule for Plainfield actually was this year.
Yeah, no, I've heard all that too, but they're still 8-1, and they're on their way to the playoffs. So, they're obviously a good team. You got to keep Lucian Doobie under control. Last year he scored a touchdown on us on Thanksgiving. That was we thought we had him wrapped up, and next thing you know, he was running in the end zone. So
he's gone.
He's a good player, and that's somebody we got to keep an eye on for sure.
They just had the coin toss at the 50-yard line. Griswold won the toss. They have elected to receive the ball, and that will start the game. But first, they're gonna of course do the national anthem.
We should have a little announcement here too, according to our student trainer.
Okay.
She's a senior. We neglected to announce her and recognize her on senior night, so we did a little.
Can we do it right now too on the air?
Yeah, it's Laura Dugan. She's helped out for the last couple of years with Ann, the trainer. She does everything from taping ankles to just being there for the players, and she's a huge help, and kind of relieves Ann from when she's got something really serious going on. She can handle the stuff that needs to be done.
All right now we're going to break for the national anthem.
Quiet is directed by Mr. Ray Churchill.
the national anthem from the Griswold Chamber Choir, of course, headed up by Director Ray Churchill. Steve, thanks for jumping on in and filling up some time with us this morning.
Yeah, have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and hope for a Wolverine win.
Looking for a Wolverine win, looking to keep the cup. It's all about the cup today. Thanksgiving Day. We'll be back with the opening kickoff from the Griswold Pride broadcast studios right here at Griswold Stadium in a minute, right here on SNSN. And welcome back to Griswold High School, everybody. Here comes the kickoff, brought to you by Winton Automotive on East Main Street in Jewett City, North Main Street. Customer service is their number one goal. Winton Automotive in Jewett City. Kickoff is gone. Number 4, Matson brings it back to about the 35-yard line. We're about to play some football, and now jumping in to the broadcast position. Here he is, Ray Churchill. Good morning, Ray.
Happy Thanksgiving, Michael. How are you?
Good. I am. I'm ready for some turkey and tryptophan.
I tell you, those stairs coming up from the field get longer and longer every year. We just had to do the anthem on the field, and my fat old butt had to just sprint up it. And not good. Never pretty.
Here's Koziel going to take his first snap on Thanksgiving Day, and he hands off Mikey Sims. Or was it Thibodeau?
No, that was Thibodeau.
That's Thibodeau.
Yeah, he's coming out. They're coming out on the base side of the double wing, running to the right side on a power sweep, and Plainfield looked like they sniffed that one out. That's a bread and butter play for the Wolverines, so I'm sure the Panthers have seen that on film 1,000 times.
So the story here is really all about the cup. You know, it's about Griswold keeping the cup once again.
Yep.
And
yeah, it's a little lopsided since the turn of the century. It's I think 16-1 in favor of Griswold and Thanksgiving Day wins, but this year's the only year that matters. Uh-oh. All right.
Fumble, and Matson recovers.
Tried to toss left. You got Matson that tried to toss left, and again, you got that slanting end from Plainfield. Sniffed it out, crashed right in.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the story's been, you know, how tough is really Plainfield because, I mean, even though they are 8-1, kind of a weak schedule that they've played pretty much this year, but first 2 plays, it doesn't look like they're weak at all, Ray.
No, they're definitely not a weak team. They are famous for playing down when they go into the Rhode Island teams, but you know they're certainly capable of pulling off a win today. That's for sure. All right, Koziel's back to pass. He's flushed out left side. He's looking. There's not a lot there. He gets hit on the throw incomplete. So we got third and a mile. I'm sure punt team is coming out.
You got knocked down by number 4, Alex Drake.
Yeah, everybody remember too that just because the Wolverines got stuffed on a couple of their bread and butter plays, you know, sometimes you run that knowing there's a possibility you may get stuffed just to set something up for later in the game. So I wouldn't get too excited yet if you're a black and orange fan. All right, it's a pretty good punt.
Koziel. It's going to go about to the 37-yard line.
Why
didn't touch it?
Why number 1 for? I got to get my roster here.
That was Lucian Doobie.
Lucian.
He's pretty much Plainfield's stud running
back.
Yeah,
he's a stud. He's a good athlete. But on the punt, why was he 2 inches away from that? I mean, get away from it. If you're not going to pick it up and run with it, get away with it, because if it touches you, those 2 Wolverines bearing down on you get to jump on the ball and it's green possession. So he's feeling pretty good about him. He's feeling a little randy this morning, I think, Mike. He's feeling good. Coming in 8-1 into the swamp.
Well, one thing we do got to say, though, is that Plainfield did defeat Bacon this year.
They did.
Griswold lost to Bacon this year.
They did, and there's some. All right, what do we got here? Plainfield is in power right. They're shifting their back left. It's dive to the weak side. Sniffed out. Gain of 2. Weak side dive away from motion.
Liam Smith with a quick little handoff.
I'm getting old, Mike. I got to put my reading glasses on. When did that happen?
I don't know. Look at mine. I got mine.
Holy cow. Those are just some nice ones, Michael.
We already got people checking in on the YouTube stream, watching us live at home. Good morning to Kevin and Lori.
Hey, Kevin and Lori. How you doing? Those are the merchants, Kevin and Lori?
Perhaps.
All right. Okay, Plainfield's in a double wing set, just like Griswold likes to line up, and that's a power right. Same play that we ran to start the game. Yeah, Doobie. Yeah, he gets a gain of approximately nothing. And
both lines pretty tight so far.
yeah, for sure. The defenses are excellent. I know Coach Wilcox for Griswold feels like his defense is one of the best of his time here. And I got to agree with him. It's just athletes everywhere out there, especially the two middle linebackers where you got Mike Sims and Matt DePonte. They're not only beasts and they bring a load when they hit you, but they're intelligent. And, you know, everybody thinks of football players as big and dumb. I'll shut up for a minute because the Panthers are back in the double wing. We got motion to the left side again, and it's going to be Waggle. He better get rid of screen right. Screen right to Doobie. DePonte sniffed it out. Did not get the first. No, that's
going to be close.
Holy cow! What a spot. Do I have to be impartial? Oh. Do I have to be impartial today?
No. Let him rip, Ray.
Okay.
So they got him the first down. You know, on the toss off to Doobie from Smith.
Yeah, actually a pretty nice little play. It looked like power right, and then the fake handoff, and then the back didn't turn up the hole but flared out to the flats, and he got it for a 4-yard pickup. Enough.
So they have it on the 48-yard line right now.
Yep.
That the double wing?
It is double wing with a tight end flex left. So we got motion into the flex, and it's a dive to the big fullback. Not much of nothing. I got to make the prediction today, Michael, that Plainfield's going to get nothing up the A and B gaps because you got those two monsters sitting there waiting for you.
And Carchiti's not a little kid here that just want to. It's a 5'9", $180.
Yeah, he hasn't missed a lot of meals. That's a big boy.
He gained about a yard on that play there, just at about midfield. Call it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, you're not going to have a lot of success against the Wolverines trying to run up the A gap. DePonte and Sims they're just animals. They're too tough.
We are in the first quarter here at Griswold High School. Mike Monarski and Ray Churchill calling the game. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the radio, on YouTube, on SNSNonline.com.
All right, Plainfield hustles to the line, sets up in double wing again. We got, all right, it's another dive. Another dive for a gain of 3 to the big boy.
It was Carchiti once again. Got about 3.
Yeah, there's nothing small about that kid. I'd like to see Mikey Sims square him up once. That would be the hit heard around the world. That's the unstoppable force against the immovable object. Holy cow.
So we got about 3rd and 4?
Yeah, it looks to be. 3rd and a long 4. You're almost in 4-down territory for high school football. You're on the other side of the 50, so they may go for it if they get close. They're in double wing again. They got power mode. It's counter. Yeah, they got counter, and I think they got enough for the first. That was called 47C. It was counter back. The left wing back goes in motion to the right. They snap the ball.
Alex Drake.
Yep. Looks like power, except the opposite wing back comes back for counter.
So Alex Drake powers through for 4 yards, just enough for the first down, but that's their second 3rd down conversion in a row. So
yeah, Plainfield's putting together a nice little march here.
Just outside the 40.
Yep, double wing again. They're liking this on this muddy track today. We got power from the right back, and it's again same
Stopped.
Play. Same play.
Stuffed.
Who was that? Someone just made a great form fit. I'm looking to see who that is. No, it wasn't. It was 17.
Tank.
Oh, it was Tank.
Tank.
Oh, baby. Tank. That kid.
Tyler Farwell.
That kid eats raw meat. He's incredible. He's a heck of a piano player, too. I got him in piano class. Nice, sweet kid, but put him on the gridiron, man. He doesn't want to know your name. He's
raw meat and loves Beethoven.
It's true. It's true. What a great – he's a Renaissance man right there.
Second down.
Second down and gain of 9. All right. Plainfield's back in that tight end flex left. They only have rocket motion. Yeah, they give it to the big boy up the chute again. Motion. Yeah. Coach Smith likes that dive with the big boy, but I don't feel that's probably going to reap a lot of rewards for him today, but keep going.
Carchiti a couple, 3rd and 7.
They're marching nicely, but they're definitely in 4-down territory now. If they don't pick up this first down, And you always got to be you always got to be careful with Plainfield because you're going to get double pass, hook and ladder. You're going to get that stuff every single year. They'll run something when they need the big play. And it works sometimes.
So they're looking for their third down conversion in a row.
What do we got here? Hey, we got a power eye right. Power eye right. We're going to get a dive from the tailback, I'm assuming. Nope, pass. We got pass.
Nothing.
Got pass. Hey, he was pretty smart.
It was over to, it was going to Federer, but it was incomplete. So 4th down.
Hey, he pulled the Tom Brady there and just threw it in the dirt. There was nothing open. They know they're in 4-down territory. I mean, you're far enough out that you could probably go for the 4th down, but if you punt, you're going to pin Griswold in the shadows of their own goalpost. So
depends on how confident you are this early in the game.
That is correct. But we're having a personnel change, so we'll see what that means.
Federer is going to take a seat.
Is there a timeout called? Because this is taking a long time.
I don't think so, no. But Smith is still on the sideline talking to his coach.
There's got to be a timeout. Yeah, he's going to take it there because they were about to get a delay of game penalty. They couldn't make up their minds.
All right, Plainfield is taking a timeout. We're going to do so here at the Griswold Pride broadcast booth here at Griswold Stadium. No score. There's 4:52 left to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Wolverine Wheeler football right here on SNSN.
Is that a sign from the gods? The advancement of the ball there.
We're halfway through the first quarter, and I'm a happy guy. Ray gave me a sandwich.
I got to save room. I'm going to do this. Fat guy's going to do some damage, but I'm waiting until about 1:30.
I don't need to worry about that. Trust me when I tell you that. I've got condo down there.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what Plainfield's got for the big 4th down play. We're in power right. All right, this is going to be flip toss. Yep. No, double pass. Here it comes. Told you. There we go. Stop that. Nice break up of the play.
Batted away by Chikow.
There you go. 1st down. We knew something was coming. Coach Smith dug into his bag of tricks with a double pass. He thought he had Edelman on his team, and he wanted to gun it down the field. But knowing Coach Wilcox, the head coach for the Wolverines, they were ready for anything. I used to love coaching with him because he'd call the other team's play before they ran it. Guy's the Belichick of the ECC. All right, Griswold comes out in the double wing.
1st and 10.
We got fast motion. Ball goes to Mikey Sims up the gut. Oh.
Powers through for about 4 or 5 yards.
That kid is a man. He's a man. I don't care what his age is. That kid is a man. He brings a load.
I saw him last night at the annual
Huge.
spaghetti dinner. He's a big boy.
He's huge.
All the Sims kids are huge.
You shake it, and the little brother's even bigger. The little brother's like 6'2", 6'3", 280.
We're talking Daniel?
Yeah, and he hasn't even shaved yet. Wait till that happens. Okay, we're in power eye. Wolverines are in power eye. Power eye right. The ball goes Thibodeau. 2 hands on the ball, big boy. They're going to be pulling that. There we go.
1st down.
Little shake and bake from Chris Tibbs. We get a 1st down. We cross midfield into Panther territory in the power eye.
Gets the ball over the 50-yard line. Ball's being spotted on the 48 of Plainfield.
Nice thing about Griswold is they're suited to play the mud game. We like playing in the bog down here. Or they can air it out if they want to with a quarterback like Koziel and the type of receivers that they have. So we'll see what Coach feels he needs to do. We're in power eye right again. C.J. Matson's the wing. We got the same play. That's a gain of 4 or 5.
Yep. 2nd down. Bring up 2nd down.
Sims is just snow plowing the field.
With no snow.
Yeah, with no snow. There's been games, boy. We've been under 2 feet of snow out here. This is a beautiful morning. It's a little chill in the air, a little breeze.
Remember Trumbull last year?
What's
It was
that?
nothing but mud out there.
Oh, yeah.
The Trumbull game when
Yep.
they came up last year.
Okay, what do we got? We're back in double wing. Thibodeau goes in motion. This is going to be
Back
a
to pass.
drop back pass. And there we
Wide
go.
open.
It goes to DePonte. Hey, I think that was a waggle, but Koziel pulled up, and Matt DePonte was running the deep post across the backside tight end, 22, Matt DePonte, and he hit him on the deep side post just over the fingertips of the Plainfield receiver. DePonte is a weapon, and Koziel's got a nice touch on that ball.
But a 25-yard pickup right there from Koziel to DePonte.
We're biting off chunks now, and we're deep in Panther territory. On about the 22, we're back in double wing. They give it to Sims. That's a wedge play. Wedge is basically where all the offensive linemen put their shoulder into the guy inside of them, and it truly is a wedge. You plow the field. It's a snow plow. And then you give it to Man Mountain, and he just runs for everything he's worth. Gain of 2 or 3. Once in a while, you can break him. He can squirt out of a crack in the D-line and gone. And Sims is surprisingly fast for a guy his size. All right, we're back in double wing. No motion this time. They're going to give it to Thibodeau. Yeah, they tried to run power with no motion, power right with no mo, so that Plainfield couldn't cue in on the motion, but it was snuffed out. Someone on the right side for the Wolverines didn't get their down block, and the DN slipped through.
Third down and 7.
3rd and 7 for the Wolverines. Koziel looks over to Wilcox to see what.
How's that sandwich, Mike?
I'm just enjoying this now.
It's turkey day.
I'm listening to you.
It's turkey day, brother. You can eat whatever you want.
It's turkey bacon.
All right, here we go. Back in the double wing. We're back in the double wing now. It's waggle. It's drop back. They're lofting it up. It's a jump ball now. Nope, didn't get it. They tried waggle the other way to get DePonte in the corner of the end zone. Koziel overthrew him a little bit. The Plainfield defender had a shot at it, but it fell out of his hands harmlessly for an incompletion. Now, we are definitely in 4-down territory here. We're deep in Plainfield zone. We're in the red zone. We got fourth and 7. And we get to see some, this looks like spread, but this is
shake and bake.
Yeah, this is spread with 2 backs. All right, we got a run-pass option. Koziel to the end zone, trying to get him. Nope.
No.
Trying to get him, couldn't make the reception. Looks
Tried
like
to get it to Franklin, but
Yep. Another kid that's a heck of an athlete. Franklin's going to be playing on Saturdays at some point. There's no question about it. That kid can fly, and he's got great hands, just a little bit thrown out of bounds.
he's got 1 more year. He's only a junior.
He's a junior, yep.
They got a lot of kids coming back next year.
Yeah, they sure do. That whole offensive line of theirs. I think they have 1 senior now. Lou Cardell is playing left tackle for the injured Danny Sims, and doing an admirable job. I was talking to Pete Aubin on the sideline prior to the game, who's the line coach for Griswold, and he was saying a lot of nice things about Luke, how he's able to step in and do an admirable job. So I'm sure he'll factor into a Griswold, hopefully, victory today. All right.
1st and 10 for Plainfield.
Yeah, it's toss right. It's toss right. They made it look like power, but they had no intention of going up the C gap. They logged the defensive end, and they tried to bring the whole team student body left, and that got sniffed out. Vantine made a nice play on that, number 11 for the Wolverines. Slipped the block and got a hit in on him. So you got second and 6. They gained 4 on that. Yeah, I guess they did.
It's been a game of stops. I mean, the Panthers have converted a couple of times on 3rd down,
Yep.
but they both stopped when they needed to.
It's very rare that these 2 teams are not evenly matched.
No matter the year.
Yep. I mean, on an occasion. All right. Oh, we got a penalty. I'm guessing that's going to be a hold on the Panthers from where they threw it, but I don't know for sure. Oh, we got some chirping going on the sideline. Chirping
Franklin.
on the sideline.
That was Franklin with a heave ho.
Well, the Panthers are clapping, so maybe it's not a hold on Plainfield. Let's see what we got. It's a hold on Plainfield. There we go.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Drake got pushed right out of bounds hard. And you didn't know if there was going to be a little scrum for a minute as Franklin started talking a little smack. It looked like
These guys are good buddies. Hey, I'm sure they just said Happy Thanksgiving. Little pat on the butt. Happy Thanksgiving. any alumni from either school listening to the broadcast right now should have spit out their soup in laughter with that comment. But that's there's not a lot of love lost between these boys, at least for the next hour or two.
Yeah. There are some definite rivals that have really come up over the years. I mean, Griswold and Plainfield has been free ever since. I mean, come on, when I went here.
Yeah, ever since Jesus walked the earth, they've been arguing.
That's when I went here too. I mean,
all right, we got trips. They are in gun trips. Plainfield's in gun trips to the left. All right.
Flag.
Is that time? Delay of game. Yeah, delay of game. Plainfield took too long to get to the line, but they were in trips left with the inside receiver motioning to be deuces on either side. So they were in gun. They were throwing.
They're back to the 12-yard line.
Yeah, they're in the shadow of their own goalpost now.
Yeah, they've 2nd and 18 now.
That's not a good place to be against a Greg Wilcox defense. Bad things could happen to you. All right, they're in the same formation. Looks like if that yep, the wing back going in motion. We're going to go gun. And that's a blown play. They're either trying to run option right, but he looked like he wanted to hand it off to the tailback. Tailback wanted nothing to do with it, and then the quarterback took a face plant into the mud.
Kobe Vantine was all over him.
Vantine, I'm telling you, that kid he's a mean kid. He's a nice kid on the when you talk to him in the hallway. Doesn't usually have much to say, but on the field, he's got bad intentions. Okay.
So Plainfield's all the way back to the 5-yard line, so now it's 3rd and 23.
Yeah, we are 3rd and forever. And remember those trick plays I told you about? Mm-hmm. He's not. Is that back off the field? He is off the field. All right. Any trick play you got in your book, it's kind of dangerous. All right. Hey, that's the quarter. We'll find out in a couple of minutes what that trick play may be. But 3rd and 23, if he digs into his bag of trickery here, that's gutsy because you're on your own goal line.
All right, we're going to take a break. I'll be back in a minute. Mike and Ray Churchill. The end of the first quarter, no score. You're listening to Wolverines football right here on SNSN.
$5 and for $500 during December 15th. At halftime, we'll be having the Griswold High School band performing. Also, we'll be having the homecoming chorus coming on the field. And that'll be taking place at halftime.
Score in the first quarter of it all. The ball getting moved a little bit, but both teams are stopping when they need to stop, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And here's a crucial stop for the Wolverines. They have Plainfield on their own, looks like their own 4, maybe 5 with the tip of the ball. But Plainfield's going to come out with something here. They love the trick stuff. And what do we got? That's a fumble-rooski. They ran the fumble-rooski and almost got picked. You got to be kidding me on your own goal line. Oh, sweet Jesus. You knew something. It's so predictable. You knew something was coming. They ran the fumble-rooski on their 4.
Explain what the fumble-rooski is.
Fumble-rooski is when the quarterback makes it look like he's fumbled the snap, and he puts it down, and there's 2 ways to run it. Either the lineman – I'm going to shut up for a minute because the Panthers are punting out of their own end zone unless they're going for a fake punt from their own 2. Who knows? But let's see.
They're going to try – Rooski.
Yep. No, it's away. And there's enough time for – he's got it. Logan's got it, and he's trying to break it up the right sideline. 2 hands on the ball, big boy. There we go.
Excellent position, the 21-yard line.
Wolverines first and 10 from the 21. Getting back to the fumble-rooski, the quarterback pretends like he fumbles the ball, and then either a lineman will pick it up and start to run with it, or they'll send a receiver out for a pass, and the quarterback picks it up and gets it to him. And that's what they did. They had a gain of 2 or 3, but that pass was almost picked. Man, trick plays on the goal line. We are living large today. I mean, what? This is worth the price of admission
Pepsi.
by itself. Okay, Wolverines are they're in their double wing, but it's a trip lefts formation. Ball goes to CJ. Yeah, we didn't block anybody.
Yeah.
They were going to run a swing pass to CJ on the left side, and they were in their tight double wing, but it's a new formation that they have in for today. It's a trips left with 2 tight ends and a wing back.
Yeah, Matson lost about 5 on that play.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 15.
They didn't block anybody. They were sieves. All right, it looks like we're going
Ponte's
back.
back in the game.
Yeah, DePonte comes back in, which signals we're probably going back into a double wing formation because you're subbing out
Franklin,
the wing, the receiver for DePonte, the tight end. All right, and we are in.
Chaikow's wide left.
This is a new formation too.
Hand off to Matson.
Yeah.
Little juke move.
Yeah,
He's
not
still
going to be able
up.
to
He's
cut.
not going anywhere.
He had the cut. He saw the cut. It was double wing, but they had the right wing stacked inside the tackle to outman the defense at that C-gap hole. And Matson just happens to be in the mud in the middle of the field. He saw the cut he had to get, but his cleat slipped out from underneath him. And we got 3rd and 14. That's a long road to hoe. I wonder if we're going to see Waggle again here, which has been the Wolverines' best pass play. But we're definitely in 4-down territory. I wouldn't trust having a kick out of this soup right now. We're probably in range for a field goal with Lucas, but we are in the swamp.
2nd down. You hate to see the Wolverines squander this opportunity, especially starting their drive on their own 21-yard line.
Pass. It's 1-on-1 for Chappelle.
And no flag.
No flags. They just had Logan Chappelle, the big receiver, split out left, and it was a 1-on-1 jump ball. Cozio let him a bit much out of bounds, and no flags, no pass interferences. So now we're 4th and forever. Yeah, I'm not asking Lucas to kick out of this swamp. I mean, the middle of the field's starting to get pretty mushy. If we have any rich donors from Griswold alum out there, we need a turf field. You're looking for Shrek and Donkey to go running around in the middle of this field. I mean, it is mucky. Turf field, just the easy million. You guys got it out there. All right, DePonte's off the field. Anthony's back on. We are in gun spread. 2 backs loaded to the left. And it's a run-pass option for Koziel. Yes, he hits Chaikow. That's
First down.
easily good for a first down. Down to the 3. Devin Chaikow, Jr., great reception, great hands. Kid's got unbelievable wheels. Koziel throws a P to him on the left side down around the 15, and he ran it down to the 3. Thought we might get in there.
I thought so, too. A 28-yard pickup altogether. Nice connection from Koziel to Chaikow.
Right.
Now they are knocking on the door.
Yeah, we are knocking on the door. We got to get
4-yard line.
We got to get the band warmed up. I want to hear that Victor's fight song pretty soon.
Where's Mikey Sims?
Mikey-
Give me some Mikey Sims here. Plow it through.
It's either going to Sim. Oh, we got toss right.
Thibodeau.
That's getting in.
And he's in.
Put them up. They're up. Victors! Play the Victors. Play the Victors. Touchdown. Come on. Hail to the Victors Valiant. Come on, Miss Richmond. Oh, I hear it. My favorite song. All right, out comes Lucas. Out comes my man Lucas, our exchange student from España. He's going to try the extra point on a muddy field. Good snap.
And
Put him up! Lucas gets the Wolverines the extra point. I even have a message I want to say. I know Lucas's mom and brother are listening back in Valencia, in Spain, and I just wanted to say, hola, señora Begoña y Miguel. Feliz Thanksgiving. Gracias por mandarnos a Lucas. Es un jovencito genial. Que tengas un día maravilloso en disfrutar en familia. Muchas gracias, and feliz Thanksgiving. I know the Spanish don't celebrate it, but they're celebrating it today in Valencia. They're pulling for the Wolverines. So I hope everybody across the pond in Spain has a wonderful, wonderful, kind of Thanksgiving. Eat some paella.
Bueno, Univision.
I know they're watching on this app right now.
Very nice.
Miguel, ask your mother to make me some paella, freeze it, and send it over. Lucas says she makes the best paella.
I got to tell you
Gracias,
this.
Miguel.
I always taught my kids, if you're ever in a Spanish-speaking country, there's one thing you need to know. It's the secret of life. And my daughter would say to me, what? And I said, ¿De dónde está el baño? And he said, what does that mean? Where's the bathroom? If you know where the bathroom is, you're good.
All right, Lucas booms it down the left side. That's a hell of a boot. He kicks it to the 5. Sometimes those get run back, so they're far because they're too far down the field. However, the Plainfield back
all over him. Like
baby.
9 Wolverines.
Oh, my gracious. I don't know. What was the number on that kid?
That was Khalil Easton, the senior.
He gave a hearty effort, but I think his mom's probably crying in the stands after watching that. That was a hit.
Stan Sims just chimes in and goes, boom.
I couldn't agree any more, Mr. Sims. That was boom. That's what you call gang tackling. All right. Where are we here? We're about the 16?
Yeah, something like that. The beginning of the mud.
Yeah, the beginning of the swamp. Shrek's front door. All right. Plainfield's
Donkey.
Plainfield is in double wing. Hey, that's simply power.
Nothing.
That was 88 power. He tried to pull it back. Nope. Thanksgiving dinner started early for the Griswold D-line. Can't get too cocky. It's only 7-0, and the Panthers are more than capable of putting some scores on the board. So
Ali was having a little bit of green bean casserole there.
Prince Ali. Love him. Shazil Ali, great senior.
We're going to have to, you know what, I'm starting to get hungry. We're going to have to equate everything to some sort of thing.
All right, the Panthers been in the huddle for a long time, so you never know. They do a nice job of getting to the line quickly, though. There's no dawdling there. They get right up there. They're in double wing, but they were talking in the huddle for an awful long time. Let's see what we got. Counter, 47C, gets eaten up this time. Gain of 1 or 2, maybe.
Doobie. We have not seen much of Doobie.
Well, I'm sure the Wolverines know his name and number. So, I bet you Coach Wilcox, in his days of film study coming up to this game, made a point to keep an eye on Doobie because he's a hell of an athlete.
He didn't go anywhere. He got tied up like Thanksgiving turkey's legs inside of an oven, you know?
We're going to keep going with the Thanksgiving references. Look at this crowd.
Why not?
What a great crowd. I'm trying to stick my head. Holy cow, the bleachers are full.
Everybody, it is full here. Plainfield's got a whole bunch of balloons on their
Oh,
side.
this is great. I love it.
The whole place is packed here at Wolverine Stadium.
Yeah,
the
and
band's playing.
Yeah. You wouldn't rather be. All right, we got counter again. That's a gain of 5 or 6. So they're getting close.
They're giving Drake the ball a lot more than they are Lucian Doobie. Do you think maybe because they already have a hunch that Doobie's going to try to break through, so they're going to mix it up a little bit?
Possibly, or they could be running away from a defensive player that they really respect. All right, now hold on, something's coming because we're 4th and 1 from their side of the field. Something's coming. They're in punt formation, but they're not going to punt. Nope, direct snap to the up back.
Oh!
Tell me you stopped him.
They went nowhere.
Tell me and stopped
They went nowhere. DePonte's saying no.
I'll believe anything DePonte says.
Mincemeat!
They're going to have to get a hell of a spot if they get that first down because that kid got stuffed. Come on, Mike. I set you up. Stuffed. Like
a Thanksgiving
Thank you,
turkey.
Michael. Jeez Louise.
Where'd I come up with mincemeat, you know?
All right, we're getting a measurement.
Does anybody eat mincemeat?
I don't know. All right, we got a measurement. Yeah, this is close. I got to watch it on the TV here. Going the other way.
Wolverine ball.
Going the other way. I'm telling you, all the years I've watched Plainfield football, I can never figure out their affinity to the trick play. They just love it. They love it. How much practice time do you spend learning those trick plays?
I don't know.
Then they've won them. They've won games with them. I'll give them that. Some hook and ladders, some muddles. You know, they've won them. I've seen them win. But 9 out of 10 times they get stuffed. All right. Wolverines have the ball on their 27-yard line. They're going in. Right to left. And we got a toss out.
Ball.
Uh-oh.
Panther ball.
Fumble, Panther ball.
They got it.
They sniffed out the toss on CJ immediately. Stuck him, Panther ball. Momentum change.
Number 24, Bryce Carchidi with the recovery.
Son of a gun.
He got hit hard,
He
too.
sure did. He got stuck. They weren't fooled by that one, and nobody touched that defensive end. He came in like a missile. Son of a gun. I tell you, Mike, this radio thing, I'm trying to keep my language clean, and it's
yeah, but you know it's internet radio, so you know what the heck.
Yeah. I'm sure my principal would approve. Okay.
1st and 10.
Plainfield's got the ball
Got
again.
it right back. First turnover of the game.
They got 6 minutes and 39 seconds to try to get a score here in the first half. And is that Doobie?
That was Doobie just kind of lunging through for about 4.
Yeah, his head was about 6 inches from the ground, and he was just ducking tackles. He got a good gain on that one. Good dive. But, all right, the clock is running. We're down to 6:21 in the first half. Wolverines up 7-0. Plainfield with a big recovery on a costly Griswold turnover on a toss left. C.J. Matson got stuck, and the ball popped out. All right. What do they got? We are
Second
in.
and 4.
We are in. Yeah, the left wing back is very deep on that, so it was a dive. Now come on. Oh, he's loose.
Uh-oh.
No, he was stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. Nobody wrapped him up, and then he squirted out the left side for a good 20-25-yard gain. Huge momentum switch. The Panthers are pumped right now.
He ran into a brick wall. Drake ran right into a brick wall, right in which is the Wolverine line, and he literally bounced right off of it and then started rolling left and turned it into a really nice gain for the Wolverine.
Yeah, they sure did, and they stopped him, and whoever was on, they tried to do an ISO dive right, and they hit nothing. But the top side of the Wolverine defense away from us, the right side, somebody mustn't have stayed home up there because there was a lot of room to run.
Drake literally bounced backwards.
Yeah. Yep. No, he was stopped for a 2-yard loss, but they just hit him. Nobody wrapped him.
1st and 10, Panthers on their own 45.
Panthers, we're now in, looks like a power left look, and we got another dive. Getting the ball, trying to get Lucian going.
Got about 3 that time.
Yep.
7-0, Wolverines on top. 5:37 left to go in the first half. I want to thank, of course, Dean's Corner Diner for supporting Wolverine Wheeler football right here on SNSN. Dean's Corner Diner, the best breakfast in town, 860-376-9141. Give them a call. They will have it waiting for you. And if you tried to go to Dean's for breakfast this morning, like I did, they were closed.
Love their omelets.
Delicious.
All right, we're in power right. You got wing and offset back right. It's a strong side dive, gain of about maybe a half, maybe 1 yard, got eaten up pretty quickly. But we are in third.
And at this point, they're throwing in the life preservers because they're sinking it about 3 inches into the turf.
Yeah. I hope all the kids didn't eat the Tide Pods because we're going to need them to wash these uniforms tonight. I know from experience the uniforms don't get washed when they're returned. They just get turned in like that, and we wash them here at the school. If you don't take them right off their back in the last game, you'll never see them again.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 3rd and 5. We're definitely in 4-down territory. They're in a wing right load formation, and Smitty wanted a timeout. Coach Smith wants a timeout. Didn't like what he saw. They were coming out in a wing right load position, and for those at home, that's a fullback behind the quarterback with a wing back to the right, and then the offset back motions to the wing side and sets up. So that's a power right that you can probably run an ISO or a dive to the power side, and there are a few passing options out of that formation as well.
It is nice to see, so many people here at Griswold High School today. I mean, I see Griswold jackets out there, Plainfield Killingly jackets. Killingly does not have a Thanksgiving Day game. Did you catch any of the NFA?
No, I didn't make. No, I didn't make it. I know NFA won, but I have family in town, so I stayed home and did some cooking and hanging out with my family from out of town. I know they had to move the game out of concerns for security. So they played it at 1:30, 2 o'clock yesterday, something like that?
Yeah, 1:30.
It was at NFA, and they moved it up because they were worried about having it at night because of some security concerns from the crowd.
One of our broadcasters, guys in the booth, Scott Fryer, I want to say he just messaged up, said, "Go Wolverines and happy Thanksgiving." Scott, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Scotty.
Down in Florida. Don't get shot by any stormtroopers, but then again, they have horrible shots. So.
They always seem to miss.
Yeah, just kind of juke to the right, very slow.
They think if they were Imperial troops, they'd train them better than that.
All right, there's just about 4 minutes left in the first half. 7-0 Wolverines. Smith hands it off, gets about 2 in a sea of green, or a mud bog of green.
All right, so where are we now? Fourth and 4. I mean, if you're down 7, so you're probably in good enough territory that you can go for it here. If you punt, you're going to bury the Wolverines, and they probably won't be able to get it down. But I don't think Smitty's punting. No, quarterback's coming into the huddle with a play and talking for an awful long time. So we'll see what's coming out of the bag of tricks today. All right, they're in load left.
Snap.
Toss left.
Toss
They
left
give it to
Doobie.
Lucian. Yep.
First down.
Yeah, he got it. That was a just simple toss. Everybody reach to the left side, block the man inside of you to the left side, and they give it to the athlete. Give it to the horse and let him run. Now that's a good call on 4th and 4.
Yeah. I didn't actually expect that. I expected a short drop pass.
However, that does keep the clock ticking, and we're just right now going under the 3-minute mark.
We literally have listeners right now all over the states and all over the world, Ray.
Beautiful. Hola. All right, we got toss left again. It's a reach left. They're sniffing it out this time. Vantine's there.
They knocked over the...
Yeah, old Coach Richards better get out of the way there with his repaired knees. Coach Richards, longtime phys ed teacher here at the school.
He was my phys ed teacher. I got a story about Paul Richards. He came up to me. He says, "You a Red Sox fan?" I said, "Yeah." And I'm 3rd grade. Okay, so I'm going to say a little bit of an expletive here, so just to give you an idea. And he goes, "Who's your favorite team player?" I said, "Bernie Carbo, the center fielder." And he goes, "Yeah, you like him?" I said, "Yeah, he's not bad for a little shit." I was 8.
All right, the Panthers are in twins on both sides. They're in one back. We got motion from the right to the left, setting up. Well, we got some kind of reverse. You're not gonna fool them. They did their gags. Oh, Mr. Stiffy came out to play. Yeah, Lucian Stiffy gave a good stiff arm to the helmet on Devin Chaikow. I thought that was going to get blown up. DePonte sniffed it out with the reverse action, but he just didn't get there in time. So they picked up 4 or 5.
Then they came out and Chaikow wrapped him up and brought him outside, of the.
Yep.
And they looked like Greco-Roman wrestlers for a minute.
Well, I'm sure that Coach Wilcox has told them you get 0 15-yard penalties today. Let the other team get them.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to win a game without
hurting yourself. They let him play today. Have you noticed that? There's been a delay of game and one holding call.
All right, we got double tights. We got load left. And it's toss again, same play that worked before. Not working this time. However, they did get close.
And go ahead, Ray. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say they may have gotten that first down. No, we're good.
No.
4th and 1.
And they've got to get this, obviously, if they're going to go ahead and continue the drive. They got about 24 yards to go, but they only have a minute left in the first half.
You're under a minute. You're at 54. And I forget, I think Smitty's used 2 timeouts. I think he's used 2. So then there goes his last. Now's a good time to use it for sure. Now here's the question. You're out of timeouts. You got about a yard to go, and you got 42 seconds. So here are the scenarios. You get the first down. The clock will reset as they move the chains, but then the clock will start again. You don't get the first down, and whatever, it turns the ball over to the other side. And if you pass, it's either a touchdown or you're going to get the first down, but no time comes off the clock, very little. So we'll have to see. I'm interested to see what Coach Smith has here. I know exactly what Coach Auburn's saying to the boys down there. Coach Auburn, I can't say it on the radio, Mike. Probably threatening family members and, bodily harm. He's not a real nurturing kind of guy. However, he's one of the best football coaches I've ever seen.
Oh, no, I remember Dane going through the program and coming home and saying, Auburn hates me.
Yeah. But you know what? Those guys, by the time they're seniors, realize what he did for them and that he loves them, and they'll run through a wall for him.
Yeah.
but he certainly is not going to sugarcoat. Okay, what do the Panthers have here? It's 42 seconds. The clock is stopped right now. It's 4th and 1. Plainfield hustles to the line.
No more timeouts.
Yeah, no more timeouts. They're in double tights. It's going to be a dive to the, and they got it. Yeah, they got the one for sure. They got maybe 1.5 to 2. So
they're against the clock.
And they're on the ball again. They're on the ball again. The clock is going to start as soon as the white hat whistles it in. Everybody is set for play. He winds the clock. We're going under 35 seconds, and the Panthers spike the ball. They lose it down, but it's just as good as a timeout. So now they lose the first down. They go to second down, but they do have the stoppage in time, but not much.
So 32 seconds left in the half. What do you think happens here?
I think they stay on the ground. I mean, eventually they're going to have to put it in the air, but I think they stay on the ground. I don't think they trust their receivers against the Wolverines' D-backs. The D-backs, it's a very athletic core of people, a very athletic bunch of defensive backs. Mm-hmm. I think they stay on the ground for at least one more play here. But
we'll see what happens then.
But the linemen for the Panthers are talking to each other, so something's up.
All right, Smith takes a snap.
Yeah, it's a drop back. We'll find out. See how much I know.
And that was intended for number 2, Cade Wolak.
It fell incomplete at about the 5. Two Wolverines right around it. If it was an accurate pass, he would have caught it and been tackled immediately. But, I mean, good slant route, pretty safe route to run.
And only 4 seconds off the clock, so it brings up third.
So now we're not running anymore. You got 2 passes, 2 shots at the end zone, and if they don't, they still can get a first down though.
Well, let me ask you this: do they go to the sidelines, the sideline pass, and try to stop the clock that way? You got a lot of room on the right here.
You're loaded to the left. You have a load formation, single tight on the right side, so the right is eligible receiver, and he's hoofing it. It's up in the end zone.
That's going to be intercepted or gone.
And no, that's out of the back of the end zone. So it's 4th. Plainfield receiver trying to search for a pass interference call. No go. Yeah, the refs are doing a nice job of keeping the flag in their pocket. Let the kids decide the game.
Yeah.
Let the players decide, unless it's totally egregious, unless it changed the play. Let the players decide. I always used to hate the refs that would, I'm important, I'm going to throw a flag.
Right.
No, you're not important. If I don't even know you're on the field, then you did a good job. Okay, here we go. Fourth and 10 or 4th and goal if they take a shot at the end zone, but they can't get the first down at the Wolverine 10-yard line. We're in a load left formation.
Smith in the shotgun once again, back to pass.
And here comes the heat. He puts it up. The Plainfield.
Did he get it?
No.
They're calling it. They're calling it.
Oh.
Touchdown, Wolf Panthers.
Reminiscent. Oh, man.
Now, I saw that play right there. Did you see that? He was up in the air, was bobbling it. He was down, but then they said he had possession.
That reminds me of the Super Bowl loss for the win for the Patriots a few years back, where the ball was bouncing around in midair. Everybody thought it was on the ground, but it dropped on the player's chest. So he was in between 3 Wolverines. It was a jump ball, and somehow it dropped. All right, they're coming out for their PAT. This is their usual muddle, off balance. You have to defend it, or they could run a play and go for 2, and they are. They're going for 2 here. So it's either going to be 8-7 them or 6, and that's no good. I don't know if I definitely don't agree with that call, unless they don't have a kicker that they trust or they don't want to kick out of the swamp. Now you're talking about 7-6. That's a big point. That's a big point, and that changes the math, because they could have tied things up going into the second half. But now with going for 2 and the missed PAT, it's now 7-6. So I don't know if I would have done that, but I'm not the head coach.
7-6 Wolverines. They are ahead of that one big point. You're right. That could be absolutely
That's a killer.
Huge. Absolutely huge.
That is a killer. We won the first round of our state championship bid in 2000.
Yeah.
We were on the road at Ansonia, believe it or not. We won 7-6. Okay, you can expect probably a ugly little onside kick here, a little bloop, because they don't want to take the chance of Griswold running it back. So I can't. Yeah. Yes.
So you think they're going to get one, maybe two plays from scrimmage?
Maybe 2. The Griswold, and they may take a knee and get out of here with a 1-point lead. We don't know. But the Griswold hands team is on the field. The hands team is, instead of the big guys up front blocking for the kickoff, they put all athletes on the field.
They're looking for the onside kick.
So they're ready to receive an onside kick right now. And if it doesn't come, so what? We'll return it. If not, you have guys with hands. All right, that is an ugly little pooch kick. Van Tine gets it.
Just fell on it.
Yep, that's all you got to do. You're not returning that. You have no return on. It's all about getting possession of the ball. So Van Tine did it, and they're at their own 45. Yep, Griswold's at their own 44, and we'll see what's coming in.
So they didn't lose any ticks off the clock or anything like that for the on the kickoff.
You might have lost it. Yeah, the ball. The clock doesn't start until the ball is touched by the receiving team. So he just caught it and dropped. You might have lost a portion of a second, but I wasn't watching the clock.
So what do you think? Do you think Koziel just falls on it and says, "Let's go to the locker room and talk about this," or what?
There's an awful lot of talk going on the sidelines, and I see Coach Wilcox in Koziel's ear. So I think he wanted to see what the Panthers had on for a defensive unit, and they definitely have what looks like a nickel or a dime defense, where they have only a couple linemen but a whole ton of defensive backs. So he's having a very friendly conversation with the side judge over here. That was sarcasm. I'll tell you before the ball snaps if they're going.
Chappelle's wide left.
No, they're going for it because they're in shotgun. They would be behind center if they were kneeling it out.
Chaika on the right. You have Chappelle
taking a
shot. Anthony Franklin, and he's going to run
out of bounds.
Yep.
He didn't. His protection wasn't great. 73 got in on him, so he just did the smart thing and ran it out of bounds. You live to play another play. We got 9 seconds left. If they come out and gun again, they're going to try for it. If not, then they're probably going to kneel it out. But we shall see.
See what happens here. We have yet to see Koziel air it out in the first half.
Yeah, really nice. All right, we're in twins again. Twins gun with an offset back left. Okay.
What was that?
That was just a little quick screen pass to Franklin, and there's still 3.1. It was a 15-yard gain. That was the most lackadaisical 15.
That was the weirdest play I think I've ever seen in my life. Just picked the ball, threw it over, and Plainfield just stood there.
I mean, it looked like Koziel and Franklin were playing catch in the backyard. No sense of urgency, but Plainfield didn't react to it, so it was a 15-yard gain.
So
all right, now they're going for the end zone with 3 seconds left. You got one play, and we got a timeout. Green. They're setting something up, but they are against the pass defense of the Panthers.
Every time you always see something extra, something different that you haven't seen. I've never seen that before. Plainfield didn't move during that play right there.
I didn't get it.
They didn't move at all.
They were so.
Were they not ready, or?
No, they were ready. It's just that the offensive players didn't do it with any sense of urgency. It just looked so lackadaisical. And then Franklin starts jogging down the field, not even running, jogging down the field, and 15 yards later, first down, and you're kind of within range of the end zone from here. So either Coach Wilcox is going to come out with something tricky here, or I just think he's going to air it out and then you run the risk of getting it picked. And you got Sims in the backfield. You got trips right with Franklin, Matson, and Chaikau. You have Chappelle by himself. That's where you're going. He's going to Chappelle on the left side isolated, but he's double, triple covered. Who knows? We'll see. Chappelle's a receiver. It's up, and it's aired out to the end zone, and he threw it a country mile, but he outthrew his receiver. So here we go into halftime. Griswold 7, Plainfield 6. This is exactly what you want out of a Thanksgiving Day game. This is a thing of beauty.
That's it. So both teams are going to go think about it in the locker room. The Wolverines, they're up by the thinnest of margins, 1 point. Ray and I will be back after the half. You're listening to Wolverines. There goes my headset because my glasses came off. Listening to Wolverine Wheeler football right here on SNSN.
Zach was the one who worked at the
Hey, have a good Thanksgiving? Yeah, Angie just sent me a list. She goes, we're having a bunch of people over. So she goes, hey, go get this. I'm on my way. Hey, big wise up the road, man. Huh? We'll play whoever. Does it, right? We'd rather play Darien. You got much choice. You just go where they send you. But then they're small. Yeah, that's what they are. I mean, everybody's making an egg. No, we should be. Really, come on.
Are we ready for the homecoming court?
A lot of times the other school will go off and rock it. They always do it.
Gentlemen, great game yesterday.
What's up, Kyle? How you doing? Because I'm just playing music.
Okay, at this time I'd like to announce the homecoming court for Griswold High School 2019. We have the freshman Lord, Michael Strange, and the freshman Lady in Waiting, Summer Millette. Please walk on the field, please. Sophomore Lord, Logan Benoit, is not here, and sophomore Lady in Waiting, Christine Winston, also not present. Junior Prince, Lucas Patrick, and Junior Princess, Cameron Lathrop. Senior King, Stephen Nagal, and Senior Queen, Joanna Joseph Poison. She is not attending.
Thank you, sir.
That's the senior court, homecoming court for 2019. I'd like to be present for today's game. I thank you very much. Let's have a hand for our homecoming court. And welcome to halftime. For the first time in Griswold football, our halftime show will be a combined performance. Please welcome your Griswold High School band under the direction of drum major Ben Bronson and your Griswold High School cheerleaders. We are thankful for both teams' constant support of Griswold football. Let's hear it for our GHS band and cheers. Thank you.
You got our ass.
the current weather so you can talk about what the conditions are.
Oh, let's brave this for one more.
Enjoy yourself.
So high school, everybody, we're just about ready for half number 2 in this exciting Thanksgiving Day football game. Thanks for joining us wherever you may be in the world. We have people in Spain. We have people in Afghanistan listening. All over the country listening to Griswold versus Plainfield today. Great game, 7-6, Ray.
Yeah, it's a good one. Those Afghanistan, are they troops? Is that who we have listening?
Actually, it's C.J. Matson's father.
Is it? Well, thank you so much for your service, sir, and happy Thanksgiving to you overseas. Your son is a fine example of a Wolverine and doing a great job in today's game. If you look at your screen, you can see right now our weather. Jewett City, 46 degrees and a hair. Clouds, 62%. And it really is, other than a little breeze, it's pretty mild in here. It's not a bad day for a game. Kind of beautiful.
I think we just kind of got used to the weather, to be honest with you, because it was pretty nippy at the beginning of the game.
A tad bit, for sure. Yep.
So, but it's I think we got used to it. My hands are now in between my fat roll and my leg. So
yeah, I just against my better judgment, I did just take a look at that, and it's not as pretty as it sounds on TV. Oh my God! Look at that ugly mug.
Hey, it's Ray.
Hey, we found Sasquatch. How you doing? Look at that. Check it out. I got my Santa Claus starter kit growing in for the winter. How's that? How you doing at home? I'll be home soon. Hi, Dad. How you doing? Auntie Joanne. Get that dinner cooked, because I'll be home and I'll be famished. So.
Lucky for you, you're probably going to be able to go ahead and just go to do one dinner and have family at home.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go door knocking, and I'm just going to eat wherever I can find food.
You're famous around here, Mike. They'll let you in. They'll let you in.
Don't let the creepy fat guy in.
Or just give him a drumstick to make him leave. One of the two.
What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving dinner? What's your favorite food?
Yeah, that's...
I mean, name multiple if it is, but I mean...
Is D all of the above an option for me to do? I do have one favorite. I have some French-Canadian heritage in my family, and the recipe for our French-Canadian meat dressing has been passed down generation to generation, and it is stinking good, and I look forward to it because that's the only meal I ever have it for every year. So makes me think of my grandparents and brings back great memories of Thanksgivings from days before.
I love the turkey along with gravy and also cranberry mixed in.
The holy trilogy right there. That is good.
Yeah. And you know what? Not only just that, but like after Thanksgiving, the sandwiches.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving meal isn't like one meal. It's a weekend.
No,
Yeah, so instead of putting on just 5 pounds, you go back to work on Monday and you can't fit into your work pants anymore.
I remember when I first started in radio, I was 18 years old. And we were 18 years old, and I missed Thanksgiving, so I had to work Thanksgiving at a radio station, the radio station up in Putnam, as a matter of fact. And my mother felt horrible that I missed Thanksgiving dinner because I had to work all afternoon. So I didn't get home till 6 o'clock that night. And I'm not kidding you. You know the platters that they serve the turkey on?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, picture that just covered with a Thanksgiving dinner. I'm not kidding you.
Please tell me you went back for seconds, Mike.
They had to get another turkey from
tryptophan poisoning.
They had to go back to Stop and Shop to get another turkey.
All right, well,
here we go.
We are lined up. 7-6 Wolverines. The band and the Griswold cheerleaders put on a heck of a halftime show. It's great to see them. I'm looking out the window here. A lot of alum are around. Great to see them. Lucas kicking it off. It's a little pooch kicked on the left side. Plainfield picks it up, and he's losing his track. Yeah, Shrek tackled him in the middle of the field. Oh, he's still on his feet, though. That was a tough run by that kid. He's trying to get a number on him as he stands up. 23. Tough run by Cahill Easton. Yep.
He ran it back about 13 yards even after that. I think he got about 9 yards after the stumble.
I didn't expect him to keep going. Tough kid.
So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. 7-6. Wolverines lead. And a lot of good stops in the first half.
This is going to come down to the last 2 minutes of the game for sure.
It always does.
It always does. It doesn't even matter what each team's record is going in. Toss them out. Okay, we got power left. They have actually trips if you count the tight receivers, the wing backs, and it's going to be a dive to the big boy. Gain of about 1, but the Wolverines smother him.
Yeah.
1 to 2 yards, and they are right in the middle of the marsh. And it's going to be tough to move in there. It's better than it has been in years past. This field gets a lot of use, and it's also at the foot of a nice tall hill. So we get pretty marshy around here. So I'll extend my invitation to any millionaires out there that want to get us a new field. That would be wonderful.
Yeah, millionaires mean you have more than a million. We just need
right.
one
We need the million. So okay, we're in double wing again. The fullback is rather deep. We got motion. We got toss, and he's trying to sweep it around the outside on the right side. Yeah.
Oh, nice double leg.
Doobie, double
Chai
leg take.
cow.
Yeah, Chai cow. He's a tough kid. Doobie got around the corner. I didn't expect him to get that corner, but he did. Tough run. And
they've had Doobie's number. He's had a couple of good runs so far today, but for the most part, the Wolverines have had Doobie's number.
I mean, the traction is so tough out there. You got defenders slipping, you got running backs slipping. I bet you both teams are just dying to get outside the hash so they can get some footing. But right down the middle, it's a bacon strip.
What?
I'm not going to expound upon that, Mike. It's a family show. All right, we got trips right from a tight formation. The fullback is going and it's
nothing.
It is gut pass. Keep the flag in your pocket. It is not, Coach Smith. No, that was not pass interference. That was a clean trip. Yeah, that was their old gut pass. They fake a toss to the right, and the tight end on play side releases up the seam. Didn't catch the Wolverines off guard. Fell incomplete.
That was intended for Elijah Brady, junior from Plainfield. He just outstretched, tried to get it, but the ball was just thrown out of his reach.
Yeah, we had a pretty good-sized personnel change here, and they're talking to the sideline. So, again,
Mikey Sims out there. He's the field general.
Yeah, we got it's quick kick. It's a quick kick. That's actually a great play by Plainfield right now. Jordan, pick it up.
All the way down to the 8-yard line.
What are you doing? Get away from it.
Chappelle just watched it, and it just kept rolling and rolling, and got one hell of a Plainfield bounce and roll.
Yeah, Logan could have picked that one up 20 yards earlier.
You can even see Chappelle was even even going, why didn't I do that?
And then again, he's standing right next to the ball. Only bad things can happen when the receiving team is that. What if he gets knocked into the ball by a defender, by a Plainfield player? It's Plainfield ball if they pick it up. That's just dangerous. Both teams have done that so far this game. You're asking for trouble.
So Wolverine's going to start their drive from the 8-yard line deep into their own territory. Let's see what happens. Let's see what Gozo can do with this.
Double wing. They're back in there. Plainfield's back in there. 4 men down, but it really is a 6 with the rolled up corners.
Delay.
We had motion. No, we had motion. No. Left tackle, I think, jumped. Left tight end jumped. Back them up.
That's going to bring them back even more.
Child. Plainfield's got to be feeling pretty good about themselves.
Another couple yards because it's only half the distance to the goal. So
yep.
So running back 2.5 yards.
Yeah, they're Mike Sims right now is lined up in the end zone, and we're going to dive our way out with Sims and see what we can get. That's a gain of 2 or 3. You're getting a little daylight back there, but you're still pretty tight. You got second and 11 to go, so you're not doing yourself any favors.
Got up to about the 6.
It's got to be only one of the first or second penalties of the game. Been pretty cleanly played on both sides.
There was a delay of game, a holding penalty, and I think that was pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, I think that offsides was it. Was the third. All right, they're in double wing again. Sims is a little bit deeper. Let's see what we're coming with. We are coming with dive again. They're trusting the big man to get him out of the shadows. That was a late hit. Not an egregious one, but 54 fell on his head. Didn't have
Close
to do
to a
that.
first down.
Oh, we got a man down for Plainfield with it. Looks like an ankle. I can't get a number from this perspective, but he's a back. He's a small. That's 2.
Number 2, that happens to be
Cade Wolak.
Cade Wolak.
Quarterback D-back. And he's not putting much weight on it, so I'm not sure we're going to see him again. But sometimes you can shake those off. Sometimes it's just a quick pinch, and you can rewrap it and be good enough to go.
So Mikey Sims picked up about 9 on that play. We've got 3rd and about 1.5 maybe.
When you're in the shadow of your own goal line, ride the horse out. So Koziel's talking to the sidelines. All right, we got motion, and again,
Stopped.
big fella.
Yeah. Did he get in?
No, he got a yard or 2, but we'll see. 3rd and 1, might have gotten it with Sims. No, we just got the
4th down.
4th and 1. Now you're in a predicament. 4th and 1 in your own end. What are we doing? Let's see if they're going to try to get him to jump. Let's see if we're going to try to get him to jump. No, the punter is back.
Plainfield's going to have good field possession.
Yeah, they are.
In their own territory, about the 42.
Yeah, that was ugly. They tried to do they wanted to see what Plainfield was doing. Not a good clean punt. And
Look like he's trying to go to the sidelines.
That's your goal all the time, is kick it out of bounds so you don't ever get a return. But it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes you leave it in bounds. I don't think it looked like there was a lot of confusion between Koziel and the sidelines for that play, and I'm not sure everybody was on the same page. But Plainfield's got a good scoring opportunity here. They're on the Griswold side of the field, and if Plainfield stuffs one in here.
But the Griswold line has done a heck of a job stopping them so far, pretty much all game.
Yeah, it sure is. All right. Oh my, is it a wishbone? That's a wishbone formation. Holy cow.
It is Thanksgiving.
They're pulling out all the stops.
And another flag.
Is that delay? Thank you very much.
That's the second delay
Second
of game
one.
on Plainfield.
Yeah. Either Coach Smith's getting those calls in late or they're just slow getting out of the huddle. They get to the line fast enough. They move up to the line, but that's your second delay. And, it's not hard to avoid that because the back judge, he's wearing a timer on his hip that vibrates with 5 seconds to go. And at that point, he puts his hand up in the air. So if you're a quarterback, you got to be aware of that. You see the hand, that means it's coming. You got to get ready to go. Looks like they may be coming out in the same formation. So
1st and 15.
You got Wishbone again. You got a tight on the right side and a receiver on the right side in the slot. And that's going to be a double ISO to the right side. Yeah,
He
Doobie
just powered his way up.
Doobie had a double ISO to the right side. Got himself 4 or 5 yards there. They went 2 power. Gave it to the Wishbone back on the left, and he had 2 ISO blockers coming up the right side.
That was just power by Doobie right there pushing it through.
Smash mouth football.
Doobie's going to take a seat.
Can't do anything cute in the mud. It's got to be straight ahead. You try to make a cut, and you're going to get plastered. Okay.
7.5 to go in the third quarter. 7-6 Wolverines over the Plainfield Panthers.
Yeah, we pretty much have the same thing going the other way, and he's loose. He's not going to get in. He'll get shoved out of bounds by Chaikow down around the 20. But that's a good pickup.
Yeah, if Chaikow didn't push him out of bounds, Drake was heading for the end zone.
Yeah, he'd be gone.
So good pickup, and now they are very deep into Wolverine territory. They're they're at the 24-yard line, 1st and 10.
So it's thinking ahead here for Coach Smith. If he is fortunate to get this one in, he's got to go for 2 now to make the math right because he missed the first attempt. So he's got to go for 2, but hopefully we don't have that situation. Okay, we are in not power eye left. We're in load left. Not really, but it's close. And we got another double ice, and he goes off tackle.
3 guys on him.
Yeah, a host
Franklin,
of Wolverines. Yep.
Smith and Vantine.
Sims is in on it too. Yeah. Now it's death by a million paper cuts. Now they're just churning up yard by yard by yard.
And the sun has come out.
Makes me want to sing, but I'll refrain for now.
The sun will come out.
Here comes the sun
tomorrow. I'll sing that. You sing that. Will be like a
not entertaining. Is that what you're trying to say? Be awful for our viewers. Okay, we're in double wing again. And we're going toss to the outside. He's going to try to turn the corner, and he didn't. He hit it. Oh, boy. Yeah, he got a yard or two, but he had a host of Wolverines waiting for him.
Yeah, he got he saw a little bit of a hole, but Chaikow was right there.
Yeah, Coach Smith is lining up in his double wing formation, but he's not running a lot of the bread and butter double wing plays right now, which are the powers inside the tight end, inside the tackle. He's trying to stretch things to the outside. I think he likes the speed on his backs. And he's getting a yard or two, but Griswold's got the speed to match him out there.
So it's about 3rd and 4. I mean, it was a good spot for Plainfield based on
very
forward motion, even though he was brought back about 10 yards.
Yeah, he got the sleigh ride after the forward motion, but hey, he got it. All right.
Sleigh ride? That was Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
All right, double wing again. Double wing again. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, he's looking tossed to the high side. Oh, Shazil almost had him. He's getting a turn. Franklin got him out of bounds.
And the photographer scurried. One of the photographers almost got meat sauce.
Oh, we got flags everywhere. So flag there usually means a hold on the offense, and that's what it is. Offensive hold. They were trying to stretch. They were trying to reach block to the left, and sometimes the linemen just get their hands outside of the frame of the body of the defensive player, and that's an easy flag. That's an easy one.
You know, and that defensive, that psychologically can almost take a high school kid out of the game, especially when you have a good drive going up. You're getting 5 yards, 10 yards, have a 15-yard run, and all of a sudden, boom, you got to bring it back because of a mental mistake.
Momentum is definitely in Plainfield's favor here with the poor option punt that Griswold had a few plays ago, and Plainfield's marching. They're not doing it in big chunks, but again, every second you have the ball, the other team doesn't.
Second down, Plainfield. Ball's on the 28-yard line.
So it looks like about 2nd and 20.
Yeah, we got like a T formation back there, but the quarterback's under center. It's pass. It's pass. He lobs it up. Chaikow's in coverage. Nothing.
No flags.
No, and you're throwing with the wind at your back. So if you're going to lob it up, that's the place to do it. That's what makes the touchdown for Plainfield at the end of the first half so impressive, because that was into the wind. And it was just dropped in his chest.
He was against double coverage, too.
Triple coverage, yeah.
I saw Chappelle and Chaikow there.
Yeah, he was wearing Griswold players like a necklace. They were all around him.
So now we got 4th down.
4th and 13, and they're definitely going for it. It's either going to be a first down or a touchdown, or they're turning it over. All right, they're in a spread formation. They got twins on both sides. One setback. Setback's just going to block, and we have a procedural penalty. Either going to be a false start or offsides. Looks like we're getting the motion penalty, so that backs off Plainfield even more. So you're going to be 4th in a country mile. So I'm sure Coach Wilcox is going to know exactly what to do, because everybody in the zip code knows pass is coming here.
You know, one of the things
unless they punt, but I don't think they will.
One of the things that I've seen pretty much all year, and I don't know if you can attest to this too, is that teams will hang with Griswold for about the first half. They're a very physical team on the lines, and then come the third quarter, halfway through the third quarter, the other teams start to get tired. And then they start making mistakes like this.
I have seen conditioning as an issue, for sure, with teams facing Griswold this year. Let's see what we got here. We're in the same spread formation, offset back. It's going to be a pass. Everybody's in coverage. Quarterback scrambling, but Sims has him in his sights. Yep. Oh, baby. That is not a late hit. He hit him in bounds. Plainfield's getting all fired up over there. You know, as long as you contact the kid in bounds and you don't drive him to the ground out of bounds, you're not getting that flag. And Sims had him clean in his sights.
So they turn it over on downs.
They do indeed.
Wolverines get the ball, 5:20 to go in the third quarter. Wolverines up 7-6. Not much scoring, a lot of physicality. The ball gets moved, and then all of a sudden the defenses just seem to stop everybody. The Wolverines with 1 touchdown. Of course, the Panthers with 1 touchdown could not get the point after. So there's your 7-6.
All right. Griswold comes out in their standard double wing offense. Koziel's waiting for the play to be whistled ready. And Thibodeau gets the ball on 88 power. He gets within the...
He's going to go.
2 hands on the ball.
He's lucky.
He almost scored it. Thibodeau is a hell of an athlete with fast feet. He reminds me a lot of an athlete we had a couple years back named Rob Foisey. He's got those fast dancing feet, and if you give him open space, he's uncatchable. The key to running that play is you get a pull from the backside lineman, and if the back is lucky, he saddles up. If he's smart, he saddles up on the back of the fat kid, and then he's able to get inside the kick block, and down he goes.
Wolak, he had a hand on him, and good thing he was able to hold on to him because otherwise he would have been gone.
All right. Power again. It's the same play. Good for another 2 or 3. Now, I'm sure Coach Wilcox is hoping that he gets into a rhythm here with double wing. Because if you can get into it, if you can get that rhythm going, it's like being in a choreographed dance. And once everybody is on the same page, you can churn out some yards and tick-tock on the clock, too. Koziel's got the plays, bringing it into the huddle. I'd be surprised if we see anything funny here. I think we're going to probably stay bread and butter double wing, bread and butter. Let's see what we got. Thibodeau's in motion again. He may have got a kid to jump on the backside. He's got it down the field.
Matson!
There we go.
Nice!
Matson got it. Hey, that's a 20-something yard bomb. That brings him to the Panthers 40. That's beautiful.
Khalil Easton was covering Matson. I don't think he expected the ball actually to be thrown because Koziel had a lot of pressure as he was rolling right, and then he just kind of heaved it up, and CJ just picked it out of the air for a nice pickup for the Wolverines.
Yeah, he had a lot of heat from the backside end from the Panthers, who I thought jumped. I thought they got him to jump, but they didn't get the call. All right, we're back in double wing now in Panther territory.
1st and 10.
Yep, you got rocket motion from the back, and they give it to the guy.
Mikey.
They give it
Flag.
to Godzilla. We got a flag. That's going to be a hold or illegal hands to the face, or I see a backside tight end backside tackle getting off, so you could be calling an illegal low block. What's he going to get? The back judge is.
It's against the Wolverines.
Yeah, the people he's talking to, I think he might have. Yeah, it's a chop block. Yep. Yeah, he got 76 for a backside chop block. A chop block is when you have a defender engaged high by one player, and then the backside, somebody goes low on him. So he's engaged high, so he's defenseless at his knees, and then somebody goes for the legs. Or if they determine that the lineman is lined up out of the tackle box, you can't chop out of the tackle box. So
now the Wolverines are set back on a 1st and 25. Same formation.
You got to get on the line. Get on the line.
Koziel back to pass.
And
he's going to run
he's
a little
going to
bit.
pull this thing down. Sims throws him wasn't Sims, it was DePonte threw him a nice block. Got us back to maybe the original line of scrimmage, but we're going to be talking 3rd and second. We're going to be talking 2nd and 20-ish. Yeah, those killer 10-yard penalties, that just gives you a lot to make up. You know, you got a drive going. Sometimes those backside chop blocks are they're cheesy penalties. They are dangerous, but I didn't get a good look at it. Sometimes the official looks at it late. All right, now he's in trips.
Mikey gets about 6.
Yeah, Mikey's going to churn it out. They're going to try to make it a reasonable 3rd down here. So you're going about 3rd and 16. They were in a tight formation, but they were in a trips look. They're trying to suck the D-backs and the linebackers for Plainfield out of the box, so Mikey has less people to truck on his way to the end zone.
So it's 3rd and Thanksgiving Day nap. It's a long way.
Soon enough. My recliner is
do
calling
you
my
pass
name.
out? Do you pretty much pass out?
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
I apologize for being a bad host in advance, but there's just some things you got to do. Okay, we got a stack on the right side. We got a double stack by the Wolverine receivers. One back left to block,
nice
and
block.
Koziel is taken off. Get what he can get and get out of bounds.
Got about 4 yards.
Yeah. Nobody popped free, and I don't think Koziel got a really good look down the field.
He got a nice block in the backfield there on Plainfield's number 80, Mario Manella.
All right, we're 4 and 13 now. Wolverines could punt and pin the Panthers down at their end because they still do have the lead.
So Koziel's back to punt.
Yeah, they're coming out in punt formation. He's in the muck trying to do this, but we're going to get a better result, even though it's in the wind. This punt is going into the wind. Yeah, that got held up a lot. Yeah, they covered it quickly. The punt was only about a 12-yard punt, but that thing looked like a paper airplane getting caught up in the wind.
All right, it is 7-6 Wolverines over the Panthers. We're going to take a quick break here from the Griswold Pride broadcast booth. You're listening to Wolverines football on SNSN.
And Lucian got right through for an easy gain of 6 or 7. Nice clean play. Safety had to come up and make the tackle, I believe.
Vantine and Chappelle.
Okay, yep. Outside backer and safety came up and made that tackle. We're coming in on 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Wind is picking up. That American flag is pretty starched there in the end zone. Another dive, trying to get Lucian loose there. I just don't think up the A gap is the way. You're going to have to go off tackle if you want to try to pop him, because you got too much intelligent meat there in the middle of the field. Those boys are. You're just not going to get a clean block on DePonte and Sims, the 2 middle linebackers for the Wolverines. They're going to be there. All right, Plainfield is in a 1st and 10. They got their first down.
Got to give it to you, Ray. You said this game could go either way. Crevino said the same thing.
Yep. There's no clear favorite on this Thanksgiving Day.
Kind of wonder. There's more homecoming on Thanksgiving than there is on homecoming.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to toss left. Yep.
Oh,
yeah, he's down.
Snuffed.
It got eaten up. Sims was there. Vantine was there. DePonte was there. They're trying to get Doobie loose, and Wolverines are stingy. This is the most evenly matched Thanksgiving game I've seen in a long time between these two teams.
It is very evenly matched.
Even with the run of victories that the Wolverines have had since the century change. I think they're 17-1. They've always been close. There's been I think one blowout by either side during that run. Hey, we got a pass. We got a flare out to the outside.
Nothing.
That is not C.J. Matson with
batted
great
away.
defense. Great defense. Of course, the Plainfield sideline is screaming for pass interference, but that is an ill-thought-out request at this point. That was great defense by C.J. So if C.J.'s dad is listening overseas, your boy just made a hell of a play.
He may even be watching.
I hope so.
Watching on.
I hope so. To all our troops
website.
overseas, all our first responders that can't be at home with their families today, happy Thanksgiving to you. You're the pride of the nation. We're back in double wing right now for the Panthers. And
Doobie.
it's a toss to Doobie. They wanted to go around the outside on the pitch. They were trying to reach block for him, but he did the smart thing and just cut it up, got what he could. So that was a gain of 2. But we are 4th and 12-ish.
It's going to be the last play of the third quarter.
It will. We're running down to 7 seconds. That'll be it. And then we're heading to the big fourth quarter.
All right, so time is running nil here at Griswold Football Stadium. The Wolverines, the Griswold Wheeler Wolverines, and the Panthers of Plainfield. The score is 7-6. You don't want to go anywhere, folks. We've got quarter number 4 coming your way. You're listening to Wolverines football on SNSN. Hey! Hey! And welcome back to Griswold High School, everybody. We're just about ready to start the fourth quarter of play. The Wolverines up on top of the Panthers by the score of 7-6. It's been a low-scoring defensive affair. You knew you were going to get that from the Griswold Wolverines. I don't know if we expected it as much from the Panthers, even though they are a very tough team. Obviously, you can't be 8-1, through the entire year and not be tough. This right here is all about the trophy this year. The Wolverines will not be in state contention. They only had 9 games this year, but they ended up with 2 losses. And plus the outcome of this game. Plainfield 8-1. If you want to match up the teams, they both played Bacon this year. They both had some common opponents, one being Bacon. Bacon defeated Griswold. Bacon lost to Plainfield. However, the one loss that the Plainfield Panthers had this year was to Waterford, and that was also a game that Griswold lost by the score of 14-7. And most people that were watching that game, too, the Griswold-Waterford game, said that Griswold should have won that game. And we were there live at that game, and Griswold could have easily have won that game. So here we go, start of the fourth quarter. Plainfield has the ball. They are at about their own 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Well, the 4th down, I'm sorry, they're punting. And that's going to get Plainfield bouncing. Another heck of a punt, and that ball's going to go all the way down to about the 3-yard line. One heck of a punt by the Panthers. And it bounced about 20 yards as well. So it landed at about the 20-yard line and bounced all the way down to the 3-yard line. So this is, once again, another time where the Wolverines are going to have to dig themselves out of the gutter and try to move the ball up. And last time, Ray, they had one couple of good runs and got up to about the 40, but then they were stopped. It looks like it's the same thing again.
We got to pick those up. I know when you're getting bared down on by the kickoff team, a lot of times you just let it go just to avoid the possible turnover. But this is twice now the Wolverines have had plenty of time to field that ball and save themselves 20 yards. You got to pick that up on the 15 or the 20. Instead, we are buried.
Here we go.
They're trying to figure out what just happened. You want me to? They had to punt again at the end of the quarter. Don't worry about it. Nice run by Thibodeau. Gets the first down. Gets the ball on the 13-yard line. And now it's Thibodeau. Gets the ball over the 15. And it responded on the 18-yard line. 2nd down. Negative on the carry. Looks like no gain.
What was that other thing you were going to say?
Oh, it was. There's some state implications. There's state implications. I'm not positive. I tried to get a good handle on it before the game so I could report it to our listeners. But from what I've heard, that win or lose, Plainfield is into the state tournament. Let's see what we got here. Same formation, and it's counter. It's counter that gets stuffed. They tried to run a 47C out of I-wing right, and that's what they've been in the last couple formations, I-wing right, which puts the wing back from the left side behind Sims as the fullback. And you can do a lot of damage out of that. And they tried to spring counter, and it got eaten up, which means the backside pull probably didn't get there. Oh, we got a little talk here. Plainfield seems to be voicing their opinion on what a beautiful day it is across the line of scrimmage to the Wolverines. All right, and we're punting. And we're punting with the wind, so we should get a better result. And go ahead, let it roll. Holy Christmas, that thing's got wheels. That's got legs. That's what, I mean, again, I think that's doobie deep, but that's another, you got to pick that up. You have no green jerseys within 30 yards of you. Pick it up and save your team 20 yards.
Matter of fact, the last kick by Plainfield, that's the exact same thing that happens. So they're pretty much they're returning the favor there.
Yeah, absolutely. And the nice part here in the fourth quarter with the Wolverines taking the ball, I think Plainfield won the toss. I was down on the field with the anthem. I couldn't see, but now the Wolverines have the wind at their back for the fourth quarter, which is nice. Which if the Plainfield Panthers try to air one out and try to get some big chunks here as we get later in the fourth to try to get down to their other end, they're going to have a hard time throwing into this wind. This wind is picking up.
That turned out to be a 47-yard punt, if my addition is correct.
Yeah, probably went about 4 yards in the air and then rolled the rest. All right, you got to dive to the fullback. It's a pile of humanity. Wolverines answer the call there. But, yes, getting back to the state thing, I know last night prior to the Thanksgiving Eve games, there was a scenario where both teams could get in. And I do believe, and again, there's a lot of bonus points at the state level that can be awarded. But the last thing I heard was Plainfield is in win or lose, and it's just whether they're going to get the 4 seed or the 7 or 8 seed. And either Griswold cannot get in, either with a win, or if some bonus points happen, they can get in as the 8 seed, which would mean they'd be playing Bloomfield or Ansonia on the road.
Or Bullard.
Or Bullard, but
Haven.
Bullard's in third, yeah. Bullard doesn't play in a great division, so. Yeah, we got a dive on the right side, eaten up again by the Wolverines for a short gain by Plainfield. Yeah, Bullard plays in a tech league, I think, if I'm not correct, and those are not always that strong.
Number 1, Ansonia was 2.
Were they?
Yeah.
Well, it can be done. Back in 2000, the Wolverines beat Ansonia 7-6 on their turf to go to the state championship game and eventually to lose to Hyde of New Haven.
I was talking to Mark Allard before the game, and Mark said that no matter what, even if Griswold wins big, they are not in.
Yeah, I don't think they can get it. That's what Wilcox told me that before the game. But I was just, trying to be positive. Okay, we are in Wishbone again. And it's a toss to the left side. They got some good yards last time.
Oh
my. Oh,
Vantine.
My. Get me that number.
Vantine.
Oh, get me the number of that green missile. Vantine just ruined that kid's day. Colby, you are a bad man. You are a bad man, son. He's had a heck of a game. We've been calling his name quite often today.
That was like a Scud missile, man. That was it. Locked on.
Okay. We're punting. Plainfield is punting into the wind, and they're 4-7. I don't even think they would go for a fake punt at this point. But it's going into the wind. It goes no. Now you get away. Don't try to field that ball. Get away. Get away. Get away. What are you thinking?
And Chappelle is still moving.
I mean, that's one where you go, no. Yeah, great play.
Oh, Chappelle flexes and walks off the
He picked it up. There was a Panther in his back pocket, and he picked it up where he's oh, come on. All right, well, we'll let that go as a great play. All right, big play. There you go, Logan, baby. You deserved a flex because you just carried half their team for 5 yards. That's a strong kid. He probably doesn't weigh $105, but He's dragging him down the
What's he
field.
listed at? What is
He's probably like 185.
Chappelle 180? Yeah,
180. He's going to be playing on Saturday next year for sure. I know he has some colleges looking
he
at
carried
him.
about 720 pounds of human.
Yeah, he sure did. All right, Chappelle's in motion. He's got the ball.
And there is nothing.
We're not getting the reach blocks. Griswold's hasn't all day gotten a reach block, which means trying to seal the guy to your outside shoulder so your running back can get around on the outside.
So he lost about 3 on that.
And the same thing with Plainfield. Nobody's really gotten the reach blocks. I don't know if the traction is bad or just the tight ends for both teams aren't getting it done.
I think Griswold definitely needs to score again, but they also seem to be getting a little sloppy themselves. You know, they almost seem to be getting tired.
Well, complacent. I don't know. It's tough to tell. It's a 1-point lead, so you're definitely not feeling comfortable yet. All right, it's gun. It's a gun give to C.J. Matson. He was in shotgun. Gave it to the offset back. He got maybe 1 or 2. They're moving the chains a little bit. We're back to the original line of scrimmage. So we're looking at 3rd and 10. You're probably in 4-down territory right now with the way the Wolverine defense has been playing. And you got the wind at your back. Clock's ticking. You're just under 6 minutes. All Coach Wilcox is thinking right now is keep the ball. Just keep it. Keep it in your possession. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. All right, we're back to pass. Hey, Koziel's under heat. He throws it in the dirt. Throws it in the dirt. Good choice by him. Good call. You don't want the pick. You're up 1 point. You don't need the momentum swing. So,
do they go for it? Or do they kick it?
You have subs
coming
out.
Yeah,
you got subs coming. You're either going into your double wing formation or punt team is in. You're going punt team because Koziel is deep.
Koziel's back,
and it's not a bad idea. You have the wind at your back. You can bury Plainfield here. You can bury them deep in their own territory. Koziel has all the time in the world. Lobs one up there. The reception is made. Matson missed the tackle. He gets a pretty good run back. That's not a bad run back.
Yeah, you got about the 31, depending on where the spot is. Maybe they'll put it at the 29, depending on where he stepped out. It's kind of hard to see because they're on the far side of the field, and then there's this big pole right in front of us too. So.
Yeah, the Wolverines, only their gunners got down on that. The whole team wasn't gang tackling like they were earlier in the game. I think you could have pinned them 10 or 15 yards farther back down the field if everybody was running, but I think some of those green jerseys took that play off.
What's the 31?
Still in good, Coach Smith is going to get desperate at some point, and hook ladder is coming. Something's coming, but I don't know if we're there yet.
Well, there's almost
Could be.
5 left.
Double pass or what is?
It's going to be. Doobie is trying to scramble, looking for yardage. It's going to be a loss of about 3 or 4.
Not sure what the goal on that play was.
Well, it wasn't the goal line.
Either it was a blown assignment or something bad happened because that was. As I watched that play, I kind of had the theme to Benny Hill going in the back of my head. For those of you under the age of 45, Benny Hill was a British comic, late night TV when we were kids.
Yeah.
All right.
Very funny slapstick.
We got 2 and 12. 2nd and 12. They are in spread. Slot right with motion to the strong side.
High snap.
That was the old pump and go. That should have been the Benny Hill theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pump and go. They were trying to get the receiver to get free, but the receiver pulled up for a hitch route while the quarterback threw it down the field, and our 2 defenders trying to close in on the errant pass tripped over each other.
Yeah, Doobie was the intended receiver, and then Franklin tripped over Chaikow.
Now I see the point for the previous play. They were trying to make it look like another bubble screen to Doobie, and then they pumped and went, and to no avail. Now we're looking at 3rd and 12. Panthers are almost in the spot where they have to go for it on 4th down. In fact, I think they probably will if the need arises. All right, it's going to be a pass. Pass over the middle.
Intercepted. Oh, dropped by Chaikow.
Chaikow had the game in his hands. He had the game in his hands. Oh, it happens. He's going to remember that one for a long time.
That ball was smothered with cranberry sauce right on through his hands.
He's had a great game. He was right in the right spot, did his job, and it's just one of those things. You'll get him next time, kid. Don't sweat it. Devin Chaikow hits him right in the breadbasket and just can't pull it in. That's okay.
Plainfield got very, very lucky there.
That was almost
timeout Plainfield.
That was probably the game if that happened.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Wolverine Football right here on SNSN.
Yes. To Mike that matter because not matter. You can hear his voice like it's simulcast on SNN. These other guys usually talk about me and Griswold once again.
Yeah, you're going to get hook and ladder this side, something, but I bet it's hook and ladder.
Here we go. First and 10 for the Panthers.
Yeah, it's chuck it up and hope for the best.
Nice.
Hey, they got it. They got the first down. There's a scrum
for the ball.
No, the officials have they got it.
Yeah.
That was a deep dig route, post route, and Plainfield came up with it. Had a lot of time. Quarterback checked his watch before he threw it. He had a lot of time back there, and the clock is running, but the Wolverines now have to play defense from midfield as opposed to deep in Panther territory. So the picture has changed a bit here at the stadium. Plainfield's got a little momentum.
So the Plainfield Panthers are just about at midfield. They're at the 48-yard line, and they're starting to drive. They know that this is probably their most important drive of the game. They're down by a single solitary point.
Crowd's getting rowdy.
He's back to pass. He's looking for somebody.
He's throwing it away. Good decision. They were trying to set up hook and ladder on the left side. I saw it set up. The slot man tried to run a 8-yard hitch route, and then he was going to catch it and toss it to the wide man heading down the sidelines. As long as it's a lateral pass, then it's legal. Can't toss it forward. Can only toss it back or laterally.
Lucian Doobie was on the sidelines, but it was obviously thrown away.
Okay. Folks, if you don't like this, you don't like football. This is Thanksgiving morning. It's
classic.
This is town line backstreet brawl going right now. This is fantastic.
Pumpkin pie. I'm getting hungry.
All right. It's a handoff to Doobie. They were hoping to catch the Wolverines in a pass defense, which they were.
It was Drake.
Yeah, it was Drake. Sorry, my bad.
Oh no, it's hard because they both look very similar.
My old eyes.
One's number 4, one's number 1.
Hey, if we're paying attention, we got 3:20 left. It's 3rd and 6. Panthers are down to their last 2 plays if they don't get the first down.
They got to convert this. They have to convert this.
Because the Wolverines
will die.
Wolverines will have a very good chance to run out the clock after that. All right, you got
trips
trips to the right, spread left,
shotgun,
single back. Hey,
Drake is not going anywhere. He's getting snuffed.
I'm struggling thinking of it here. Smitty's got to call a timeout. Coach, I keep calling him Smitty because I've known him for 25 years, but Coach Smith's got to call a timeout here to talk about it and to stop the clock. The only thing I can possibly think of with those 2 dives is maybe they're setting up the flea flicker, but
no timeout.
No timeout. They're letting the clock tick. Hey, gang, this is the game. This is 4th and 6. If they don't get the first down here.
All right, here they go. Smith back in shotgun formation, and you're right, Ray. This is for all the marbles right here.
This is for the wishbone.
Smith back to pass. Complete! And he is not going to get the first down.
It's close. Oh, it's close.
He's not going to get it. He's short.
You got a better vantage point than I do. If the stripes point the other way, this is game.
But it's 4th and about 1.
Nope, that's a change of possession. That was
fourth.
Yep.
Okay, that's right. Change of possession. They did not. They're about a yard short.
Hey, barring something stupid like a fumble, they're going to do the measurement just because it's so important. But they're short by plenty, it looks. In fact, the Wolverine offense has already come on the field. Get a good up close at home. Good.
Yeah. No.
Good camera work, Kyle.
That's pretty much the ball game right there.
That should be, barring something stupid, that should be the game.
So now you get 2 minutes and 9 seconds left to go. Wolverines up by a point. You know that, of course, Plainfield's going to have to go ahead and call its last couple of timeouts just to stop the clock. Do you think they even have to move the ball at all? Do you have to?
They do. They're going to need a first down with the two timeouts that Plainfield still has.
Still going to need a first down.
Yeah, you can't kneel it out yet. They can't go. I don't think you can kneel it out yet.
No victory formation yet.
No, that is victory formation. But they just gave it to Sims.
Sims gets about 3 yards on the carry. Call it 2nd and a 7.
That was just wedge. They lined up the wing backs inside the tight end as opposed to outside, which would be the normal double wing formation. But they're just hoping to tick-tock the time away. Sims, I bet my house that kid is not going to fumble the ball.
And they're just going to take their time, of course, right
Absolutely.
now the Wolverines are.
Koziel is under instruction right now to watch the hand of the back judge, and you are not snapping it until that 5-second hand goes up. You want to burn as much time as you possibly can. So Koziel's now we're in power eye right. So I'm assuming
minute and a half to go.
Yep. Koziel's taking his sweet time. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. The hand is up. The snap is good. Mattson, just hold on to the ball, baby. There you go. Coach Smith's going to have to take a timeout here.
Yeah, because the next snap will be around 40 seconds.
Yeah, 3rd and 5.
The only hope that Plainfield has, is make sure Griswold does not get a first down.
That's correct. If they can keep Griswold from getting this first down, then they can force the punt and maybe have one more desperation chance.
And the Wolverine faithful are up. The sideline players are saying, get up, cheer them on.
No fumbles, no bad snaps, no fumbles. Koziel wants the crowd quiet so he can hear the snap count. He's watching the hand of the back judge. There it is, the hand is up. He knows he has 5 seconds. Snap. That goes into Thibodeau's hands. If
Turns
he gets
the corner, first down.
It's over. It's over. They got the first down. Now they just got to kneel it out.
One time. All they got to do is snap it once, and it's over.
Smitty can still call I must be missing something. They must be out of timeouts.
I thought they had to. Nope.
Kyle, do we know if they have any timeouts left? They don't put it on the scoreboard. We got a Griswold player down. They have one timeout left. Plainfield's got one time left, but we got a Griswold player down, and that's never good. He's down on the Plainfield sideline. At this stage of the game, it could be cramps. It could be something minor like that. I can't see where the trainer is attending to him.
People are already starting to pack up their seats and everything here. They want to beat the traffic on the interstate. The traffic on the interstate is going to be tough.
I tell you, Michael.
Get out while you can.
This has been a very evenly matched game.
And I'm sad to see that they're not going to go to the States at all because they're handling Plainfield their second loss.
Yeah, that's 35. It looks like
That's Thibodeau.
That's an ankle. It looks like an ankle or a knee the way he's not stepping on it. Thibodeau's a tough kid. He's still a sophomore, believe it or not. I believe. No, is he sophomore?
Thibodeau? Let us see.
Junior. He's
got another year.
Yeah. Thibodeau is and Chaikow comes out to help him out. Looks like is that Coach A helping him out too? Coach A, everybody's best friend, Phil Ansel.
All right, so all they got to do, folks, is snap it once, and it's game, set, and match. But it looks like someone's taking a timeout.
No, really good timeout right now by Coach Wilcox. He wants to talk it over to make sure that nothing stupid happens. They're going to go on 1. They're not going to go on 2. Everybody's going to be on the same page, and he's just going to reiterate what victory formation does, and he's going to go over with Koziel exactly how to take the kneel down. I mean, it's not rocket science, but you just can't risk anything at this point in the game. One turnover and Plainfield gets a shot at the end zone with a Hail Mary pass, and nobody wants that.
And
nobody on this side of the field wants that.
One more shot of Ray Churchill on the camera.
Oh, man, you guys are trying to kill your listenership by showing that. I was blessed with a lot, but good looks wasn't one of them.
I was thinking about doing these with a Lucha Libre wrestling mask on, so nobody could see me,
Nacho Libre?
Nacho Libre.
Nacho! I'm going to have to move the mic out of my mouth when I start screaming when they won the game. I'm going to scream like a 5-year-old girl.
Here it goes.
Yep, this is definitely victory form. Hey, come on. We got to make sure there are no cheap shots happen. That would be a really unfortunate situation. A lot of times the energy, the emotions run hot. Probably a lot of chirping across the line. Officials are smart here. They're getting in the middle. They don't want any cheap shots going on. And no final timeout's going to be called, and we are ticking it down. Griswold Wolverines win on Thanksgiving Day. Congratulations. And congratulations to the Plainfield Panthers. That was a hell of a game. That really was. That was a very, very well-fought game. It was stayed clean, not a lot of chirping, no 15 yards on sportsmanlikes. That means good coaching on both sides of the ball, and that means the officials did a great job. They threw only the flags they needed to throw. They didn't make themselves part of the game, and, wow, good for them. Here comes the Dropo LeClaire Trophy out onto the field, and it will be presented by Steve Cravino, who's the AD for Griswold, to the captains of the winning team, which today are the Griswold Wolverines.
Yeah, and I think you summed it up perfectly, Ray, where the game was played very, very clean. Now, you have a couple of schools here with a lot of kids that there's some animosity just because it's Griswold versus Plainfield.
Yeah, of course.
It's just the way that it is. It's been like that since the beginning of time.
Absolutely.
And they played very clean. Both teams should be very, very proud of themselves the way they played. It was definitely a defensive ball game. It was not an offensive ball game at all. There were no points scored in the second half at all. They just kept stopping each other. There was, I think, only 3 third-down conversions in the whole second half. It was just there was one interception, one fumble.
Yep.
It was a great ball game. It was well played.
The field conditions and the wind definitely had something to do with the low score today and the lack of passing. It's almost impossible. I mean, that American flag in the right end zone, that thing starched out stiff. You have a very strong wind going, and the field conditions were very muddy. But both teams played well. Plainfield right now is taking a knee in a quiet huddle. I'm sure they are licking their wounds a little bit, but they have a lot to talk about because they're going on to the States.
They are.
So we wish Plainfield good luck in the States. They're probably going to be on the road now, in maybe Bloomfield, Bullard Havens, or Ansonia, depending how the points. They'll know within the next hour or two who they're playing, because all the games around the state are wrapping up right now. So
they don't want Ansonia.
Nobody ever does. They are powerhouse. But great day here at Wolverine Stadium. Great win for the Wolverines. Good to see all the alumni back here today on both sides. There had to be a couple thousand people here today.
Yep.
And beautiful morning for football, and now the turkey's going to taste a little bit better for the Wolverine faithful.
Great turnout, like you said, for both, even for Plainfield. Quite a few people on that side as well. And I don't think anybody's going to leave here upset or depressed or anything, because it was such a great ball game that was played on both sides of the ball. So
yeah, I agree. It definitely. I mean, a 1-point game, and we said it. You and I both said it back in the first quarter. Is that decision to go for 2? That's going to come back and bite you. I didn't see the logic in going for 2 at that point, unless you just absolutely didn't trust your kicker. And I don't know enough about their team to know whether they had a good kicker or not. But that decision there.
That's what it comes down. That's what it really comes down to.
That's the game. I mean, that right there, that PAT, point after attempt, that was the game.
And you talk about the players are playing it, but really, was this game won or lost by a coaching decision?
Boy, I hate to pin it on one person, but there were many instances. That instance,
it had a lot of effect.
Yeah, but right now, I mean, if they got the 2 points, they win.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's that one. A lot of times as a coach, you go from the hero to the GOAT in one decision. And I will never criticize a coach's decision, because I was on that sideline with that pressure for 20 years. And you do what you think is best. You go with your gut. You go with your personnel, and you can't. If you ever question those things as a coach, it's going to eat you alive. So you just let it roll off your feathers like a duck and live to fight another day. And Plainfield has another day to fight. They're going to be in the state tournament starting next week, and good luck to them. We wish them the best.
So now football season is officially over.
That's right.
We now focus on basketball.
Christmas concerts.
Christmas concerts. What's a Christmas concert? Tell us when it's coming up.
For those who don't know out there, I'm also one of the music teachers here at Griswold High School.
I don't think anybody knows that, Ray.
No,
Nobody
maybe
knows
not.
that.
Hi, honey. All these great alums here. Hi, the Baccarellis. Hi, guys. Happy holidays. We have two concerts. Hey, how you doing, Tex? Yeah, I'm getting out. I guess such great alumni.
Is that Ryan?
Yeah, that's Ryan. Huh? Yeah, that's Tex.
Tex.
We used to call him Tex. Yeah. Showed up as a freshman for his first day of practice with a University of Texas shirt on, and he was Tex for the next 4 years. Chamber concert choir member, good baritone. But yes, we got concerts coming up the 16th and the 19th of December. We've got the spring show coming next year. We'll be auditioning in January. That's Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. But you are right, Michael. Basketball is coming, and I know both Coach Molesky and Coach Babcock, for the ladies and the gentlemen, feel good about their squads that are coming, and it's going to be a fun basketball season for the Wolverines. Wrestling will be a blast to watch. Indoor track is always a powerhouse. We've got a lot to do. There's
a lot of sports, and there's more and more sports, that just keep adding on. There's fencing now.
Oh, how cool is that?
That
team's huge.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, there's like 35 kids on that team.
Yeah.
And
lacrosse.
Lacrosse. And that fencing team, they service a community here in the high school that otherwise probably wouldn't have an athletic outlet.
Yeah.
And it's great. I love those. They practice hard. They're great.
All right, it's going to wrap things up for us. Are you going to thank you? Did you have fun?
Oh, I had a blast. Yeah, Mike, this is fun. This was a lot of fun. Anytime I get to ramble incessantly and mindlessly, it's ask my wife. I'm Irish. I've been blessed with the gift of gab.
Whenever you want to put the headset on and do some basketball, let me know.
Hey, I could definitely get into that. My schedule gets a whole lot heavier right now with musical rehearsals starting and all the Christmas events and caroling and everything that the music department does. So I get fairly unavailable for a while, but there will be some times after the new year that I can get in.
That's when it kicks in, baby.
I love it.
That's when it kicks in.
I love
mid-January. That's full stride basketball right there.
You got it. I'll definitely do a couple games. I would love it. That would be great.
All right, for Ray Churchill, I'm Mike Minarski. Thank you very much. And for the rest of our broadcast team that pitched in, of course, all season long, all fall and into winter, of course, Scott Fryer, Pastor Josh George, Kevin K.T. Thompson, Sean Sass. Who else was out there this year for us? Ray Churchill.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Ted Koziel jumped in from time to time. So we really appreciate everybody that played a part in high school football for the first season, really ever, for Griswold Wheeler. And, of course, how can we forget, and we shall not forget, the one and only Kyle Gunderman, who runs the video.
The man.
Who runs it for the Griswold school system as well. He lets us use it on SNSN, on our website, and also on our YouTube page. So Kyle is the reason. I don't want to say a big reason, but he's the reason why video broadcasting has been able to come to Griswold. So thank you very much. We'll see you on the basketball court starting towards the end of December. December 23rd is the first game. It'll be a Griswold girls game. We'll be live. It'll be myself and Archie Drobiak.
You're getting the legend.
The legend, Archie Drobiak.
Holy cow.
Archie's going to jump in for a couple of games.
I'm not following him. I'm not doing any basketball game. Not when Arch is in there. Are you kidding me?
He's coming to town, baby.
He forgot more basketball than I ever knew.
He's putting up the Burns Insurance pen down for a little bit, and he's going to call some hoops. So we're out of here. Thank you very much, and also to all of our sponsors once again for supporting the games, because without you guys, we really can't do this. Not at all. So Griswold 7, Plainfield 6. You've been listening to Wolverine Griswold Wheeler Wolverine football.
Happy Turkey Day, everybody.